Well, now that Texas has eased the visitation restrictions on our nursing homes, we've seen a lot of happy family reunions for folks who've been separated for months.
We sure have. KAMC's Laughead is here with a very special story of how one Texas couple living in the same senior living center was finally able to see each other again after months of isolation.
Lauren, it's a story all too common during the pandemic. Families separated by COVID-19, especially those in nursing homes, which can turn into coronavirus hot zones overnight. But this one story hits home for me. My grandparents live in the same retirement community in Houston, and after the shutdown, they couldn't see each other over concerns for their health. But last weekend, they finally had their reunion, months in the making.
We've been in love since I was 14 years old, and the love never faltered.
High school sweethearts Bobby and Joyce Myers have been married for 68 years. They have 2 kids and 4 grandkids, including me. Their marriage has survived over half a century, including Bobby's service in the Army during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
She was a very beautiful girl, and she was sweet. We really immediately fell for each other.
But the last few years have been the hardest yet. Joyce has Alzheimer's, and her health forced the couple to move from East Texas to Houston, where they live in a senior living community. She lives in one wing, he lives in another. He'd visit her every day until the pandemic slammed her door in his face.
I was afraid that she might forget me.
Until now.
Bobby Myers.
Joyce Myers.
You got her, Bobby Myers.
My sweetheart. Oh, I wish I could kiss you.
To his relief, she knew exactly who he was.
It was just wonderful because I missed her very much.
With new orders from state health officials, visitors can now enter Texas nursing homes with special guidelines.
We were just thrilled to be together again.
Reunited after the lockdown that started 6 months ago, they spent an hour and a half holding hands and making up for lost time, only getting more and more precious.
My first and only sweetheart.
Their reunion meant so much to my family and to the thousands of other families who have been separated during the pandemic, just like my grandparents.
They are the sweetest, Laura. Oh my gosh.
Glad they're together, at least for a little while at a time.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Laura. Still a lot more